This is the After Party, live with Kim McAllister. Pick a couch, grab a drink, and settle into the conversation.
Oh, I was looking for last minute pictures and I forgot the music, and here it is. Can't start it without it. Okay. Hi, everybody. It is the After Party Live on a Travel Tuesday, also this post-eclipse Tuesday. And yesterday we talked about sharing the pictures that you may have taken at 3 o'clock in the morning. And I have to admit that Jacob and I were looking at the moon at about, I want to say 9 p.m. And then I made him go to bed. He was going to try to set an alarm to get up and see it, but I told him not to do it. I stayed up and then I fell asleep and I slept through the eclipse. But you know who didn't? I'll tell you. Well, no, let me tell you who did. Phineas. Phineas and I, we both fell asleep in different households, I believe. But yeah, he says, damn, I fell asleep. Me too, Phineas. So I'm with you. Sandy right now is having a hard time keeping her eyes open. That's okay. You can close your eyes and listen to the show. We're all right with that. Maud says it was awesome out at Chabot Science Center. So that's really cool. And Judy, always so kind, says, please click the like button on your way in. Yes, please do click the like button. Thanks, Judy. Thanks for that on the Mark Thompson Show, and thanks for that here as well. But what I did get is a picture and a video from Susan, who did stay up like the beast she is and sent me this photo. So here is her picture of the eclipse. This is from the Santa Rosa area, I believe. There's the photo. And then she sent me a video as well. She said, it's a little hazy, but just for a second, you can get a clear. Yeah, let's play it one more time. You can see that it right there gives a clear. Thank you so much, Susan, for sending in that video. I'm super impressed that you stayed up. And I love that you got to share it with us, and how cool that we got to see it here from the Sonoma County area. Yvonne says alarm went off and slept right through. It happens. Too foggy on the coast. Interestingly, I was reading a story out of the SF Gate that said in San Francisco, the eclipse was visible because the fog cleared just in time. The blood moon visible in parts of the city, and they did post pictures that people sent in, and I'll share this with you. This again, the website sfgate.com. And here's what the headline is. Blood moon lunar eclipse visible in San Francisco as the fog clears just in time. This is a view of the lunar eclipse captured north of San Rafael. I mean, that's incredible, right? Here's some more pictures and videos that they have. Those look like dogs. That's not it. That's not right. A lot of Instagram pictures and videos. Oh, here's one. This one, Golden Gate Bridge during the lunar eclipse. It looks like it's going to be spinning forever. View it on Reddit. All right, we can do that. Yeah. No, it's still spinning there as well. Whatever it is, it's not loading. Although I'm sure it looked really cool. Lots of reds, right? This is over California Street between buildings called a California henge. This is March 2nd. So the night of, not quite the red blood moon yet when that picture was taken. So they do say if you slept through the rise of the blood moon, that there is a stream of the eclipse as it happened overnight posted by the Griffith Observatory. And let's see if this spins. Here's what they have posted. Looks like they have some good video of what happened here. I don't know. I feel like it never looks the same on my camera as it does when I'm looking at it with the naked eye. So hard to see it. Here's what they have. So you can kind of see this is where the stage where the bite is taken out of the moon, right? And we'll fast forward a little bit, see what else they have. Oh, now it's starting to get that red hue. This was it, what, a little before the full eclipse? pretty good. Oops, I think I missed the... Oh, and here's the full eclipse. Yeah. So that's what we missed when we were snoozing away, but that's all right. Thanks, Griffith Observatory in Los Angeles, for catching the video, and thanks, Susan, for showing us as well. Loved it. So that's what we got. I love that. Oh, and here, you know what I still have is the here's the Golden Gate Bridge thing during the lunar eclipse. I think it's going to play now. Yeah, here it is. You can kind of see up there. I don't know if you see that. There it is, above the Golden Gate as the fog cleared. Let's see if I can't rewind it. There's the Golden Gate. And up, up, up. There's the lunar eclipse. So that's pretty cool. Thanks to SF Gate for posting the link to that. Awesome. And this concludes the lunar eclipse of 2026, right? Wes in Florida, I sent a picture to Kim at the after party live. Why did I not get that? I would love to see it from Florida. Why do I not have an email from you, Wes? I'm gonna try it. I'll double check it because I really wanted to show your pictures. No, I don't have anything. Oh, do I have anything from Wes? No, I have nothing from you. So weird. Can you double check the address? It's Kim at the afterparty.live. I think you just have a typo in there. It looks like you probably sent it to the right place, but I don't know why I don't have it, Wes. I'll check again off air and try to get it up for tomorrow, the picture up for tomorrow. But I'm sorry that I don't have that in my inbox. I don't know why. Weird. Things are weird. And thank you, by the way, for the $5.90 super sticker. I really appreciate that so much. Speaking of Wes's kind contribution, which he often does, I have to thank everyone who has contributed to the After Party Live as of late, especially to not only super chats and super stickers as Wes just did, but to the PayPal for the show as well. Rhonda A set up a recurring payment, and thank you so much for the PayPal contribution. Carol S. Got one from Wes yesterday. Linda G. and Donald S. Those are the most recent contributors to the After Party Live PayPal. So much, much appreciated. Thank you for contributing in that way. Off we go to this cutest little story about a baby spider monkey that was born at the zoo, and they're trying to get people's help in naming this little one. Help us name our spider monkey. How cute is that spider monkey? This zoo, the Beardsley Zoo, is in Connecticut, and they announced the birth of a female black-handed spider monkey. The baby born December 18th. The black-handed spider monkeys are native to the tropical forests of Central and South America, where, according to the zoo, they play an important role maintaining healthy rainforest ecosystems. This species faces ongoing threats from habitat loss and illegal wildlife trade, and it makes births like this very significant. So, big celebration at the Beardsley Zoo in Connecticut. The zoo launching an online poll asking the public to help name this baby. The potential names are Esperanza, which means hope, Mirabelle, which means wonderful, or is it I think miracle is milagros. Mirabelle means wonderful, and Reina means queen. And the voting is open until Thursday, and they will be announcing the winner on the Facebook page or the poll page at the Beardsley Zoo. It wants me to verify that I'm human. I was going to vote. And the page is not working, so I don't know. But the story came from United Press International, so if you want to follow the link to the Beardsley Zoo and see if you can weigh in on the name. Here's another animal story for you before we get to the Xbox. The squirrel is being blamed for a government internet outage. Happened in Ohio County, I should say. Medina County officials saying this outage on February 20th knocked out phone and internet service at government facilities, including the county prosecutor's office. They thought at the beginning of the outage that it was a contractor who maybe cut through an underground cable or fiber, but the county administrator is now revealing that the true cause was a squirrel that built a nest inside the fiber infrastructure and then chewed through the lines. He said it's hard to make this stuff up. The steps are being taken with internet providers and the local fiber network to prevent similar incidents in the future. Squirrels. They've been blamed for known to cause multiple power outages across the United States. It's just another one. Just chewed through those lines. Had to keep it safe for the babies and the nest. No blame. No blame, no shame, squirrel. You're good. I wanted to talk about the Xbox. Not that I'm a big Xbox player, and I don't have one in my house, but I know a lot of people love their Xbox. Tony loves his Xbox, loves his video games. Well, one of the co-founders of the Xbox recently kind of sent some messages that the end could be near for the Xbox. We could be ditching it and then moving forward to an entirely new generation of video game platforms. This interview was done with GameBeat, which is a business media outlet for gaming, entertainment type stuff. And Seamus Blackley said the Xbox is no longer a priority for Microsoft. They're the ones that make it. And now they're shifting their focus to artificial intelligence instead. He said the Microsoft CEO has made an incredible number of bets and invested an incredible amount of money and credibility into the transformation model for the AI future. Xbox, like a lot of businesses that are not the core AI business, is just going to be sunsetted. He said they won't say that, but that's what's happening. The sunsetting of the Xbox. But in its place, likely, is going to be this whole new AI platform. There's a lot of businesses saying, okay, here's the way we used to do things, and here's the AI future. And so you can learn and incorporate AI into your work, you must show that you need to spend at least an hour a day incorporating AI into the work that you're doing. This is the message from a lot of tech companies to employees. But Seamus Blackley compares the fall of the Xbox to somebody with a severe illness. He said, I expect the new CEO of Microsoft Gaming, that their job is going to be as palliative a care doctor who slides Xbox gently into the night. He said Microsoft's leadership is looking at video games like they do artificial intelligence with an abstract mindset. And here's his quote. The natural consequence of the focus on AI is that AI abstracts every problem from the minds of the executives who believe in it. We're abstracting the problem of games as well. There's a core belief AI will subsume games like it will subsume everything. And the job of all of these people is to just gently usher all of these business units into the new world of AI. It's what you're seeing here, he said. Whether or not you agree with it, whether you agree with AI having the potential to do that, whether AI will be successful, it's all a separate matter. And he also said that games are the combination of everything that's hard. It's an entertainment business, technology, making a renderer, he said, almost impossible. And then writing, you have to do game design, you have to distribute it, you have to keep up with the changes in technology and the changes in customer taste. He said it's like the hardest parts of 4 or 5 different industries combined in one place. So the real question for the new gaming CEO at Microsoft, he said, is does she understand that? If you don't get that, then you can't know if your AI is working to do that. The games are not a thing you can understand by viewing customer data. It's more multidimensional than that. So the original Xbox was introduced in the United States in 2001 as an answer to the Sony PlayStation 2 and competed with the Nintendo and the Sega. It's been around for now, what, more than 25 years? And there's been this competition war for video games and which video game console is the best one. Then they introduced the Xbox 360 in 2005. Then they had the third generation in 2013, the fourth Xbox Series S and Series X released in 2020. So, yeah, it's over. It's over for the Xbox. I'm sorry to report. We're still on the first generation Nintendo Switch. The reason I never bought an Xbox for my kids is because my sister had one and it caused all kinds of problems in their house. No one wanted to turn it off. Homework didn't get done because people were sneaking the Xbox. So I just decided this is a non-Xbox household. It looks like, I don't know, maybe I'm a mean mom, but the Xbox is going away. What will replace it, I wonder? Speaking of tech stories, oh, this is another freaky story. There's a computer run on human brain cells that has learned to play the game Doom. I think it's I think it's the thinking that a machine could even have human brain cells in it that is the freakiest of all. Cortical Labs is hoping neuronal chips will do more than play video games. This is called a biocomputer. It's powered by lab-grown human brain cells. That's all I need to know to say, nope, you put human brain cells in a computer? What do you think is going to happen? Enter in, as we were talking about yesterday on the Mark Thompson show and Anthropic, all of the movies that we've ever seen where that is clearly a bad idea, right? The biocomputer with the human brain cells grown in the lab leveled up from Pong to Doom. Nowhere now, as they say, it's not ready to handle video game challenges like shooting games or anything like that. But they believe that the neuronal chip is well on its way to powering a new generation of hybrid organic technologies. They call it a major milestone because it demonstrated adaptive, real-time, goal-directed learning, that it has taken years to cross the Doom benchmark. They've been at this since 2021. Cortical Labs debuting Dish Brain, which is an early biocomputer using about 800,000 human nerve cells. The neurons were connected to a small processing chip that was capable of interpreting and directing electrical activity similar to a standard silicon-powered device. And so they were trying to showcase the potential of this neuron chip. And so they trained their biocomputer to play Pong, which is kind of a simple game, right? Back and forth, you smack the ball. It required the system to navigate a dynamic information landscape in real time. 18 months later, they accomplished their Pong goal. And then they eventually say they supplanted the first chip, but with the CL1. They describe it as the world's first code deployable biological computer. But for it to be useful, it needed to do more than play Pong. So they introduced it to Doom. And can it play Doom? And so apparently it can. If it's going to be a successful at Doom, it needs to see what a human player sees when playing the game on a computer without any optical input. So engineers needed to figure out a way to convert visual information to electrical stimulation patterns recognizable to the neurons. They did it in a week. Uh-oh, that's not good. There was an independent developer with little experience in biological computing who pulled it off, allowing anyone to program it using Python as a code language. They said, well, the biocomputer isn't going to be winning any Doom tournaments. It does play the game better than a system that simply fires randomly at enemies. It still loses a lot of the time. Cortical Labs saying It reached its current performance level faster than silicon-based machine learning systems and will likely get better as algorithms improve. Anybody? Injecting human nerve cells, neurons into a computer that works and works pretty well? No. I mean, it's a big no for me. I'm scared of it. Let's try the game thermonuclear warfare. How about not? Yeah, it's just so scary. Yeah, it's weird. Gordon says it's scary. I agree. It's a big no. Mm-mm. How do the neurons get nutrition? I have no idea. I have to look into more of that. I don't know. Judy says, I just play the games on my laptop. Yeah. Well, I don't know. All right, we move on. Just want you to know this is happening in the world. Where you and I, the After Party Live community, will not be surprised when all of this becomes the top story of the day and goes horribly awry. Here's something kind of makes me think of old pagan rituals, right? This is a 7,000-year-old deer antler headdress, or a rendering of it, that was uncovered in Germany. And what's interesting about it, other than just how cool, these are the things that you can find under the ground, evidence of things happening long ago, is that the archaeologists think it was kind of uh, an overlap of cultures between farmers and hunter-gatherers. This was discovered at Eisleben, the Eisleben Vosswelle settlement, which is a prehistoric farming community that existed on the frontier in Germany, with hunter-gatherers in the north and farmers in the south. So they were doing their thing at the same time. They say that this settlement was likely fortified, and it may have seen significant interactions with nearby hunter-gatherer groups. Among them, they say there might have been an antler industry, an industry for tools and other implements made from antler. And this roe deer antler is a prime example. It was previously discovered 7,000-year-old antler from Eisleben. The archaeologists have investigated it, looking at this artifact for signs of human modification, and they found the rectangle-shaped skull fragment cut marks suggest skinning, and the notches at the base fit the bill. The artifact was likely worn as part of a mask or a headdress, and the notches would have secured it in place. The headdress dates back to 5,291 to 5034 BCE. That's a long time. They don't know about any headdress items in connection to the farmers in this region, but there are some good analogies from the hunter-gatherer folks. Archaeologists say the best comparison from the Eisleben antler is from the shaman's grave of Bad Durenberg. The Bad Durenberg shaman was a 30 to 40-year-old woman who died about 9,000 years ago and was laid to rest alongside about a 6-month-old child in this intricate tomb in what is now present-day central Germany. They identified her, researchers, as a shaman or spiritual leader because of the animal tooth pendants she wore and a deer antler that they believe was a headdress. So, though the shaman's grave is older, at least 2,000 years older than the Eisleben antler, it provides them a frame of reference and interpretation for this find. So the new antler find could represent contact, they think, between the hunter-gatherer ritual specialists and the farmers, that they did have contact. Because you think, one group faded out and then the next group faded in, but perhaps not. They said it's possible early farmers would have requested help from a healer connected to the spirit world, who was certainly an expert on the local flora's healing properties. So it may not have been we went from one to the other. It may have been in Germany that, the old life fades out and the new ways fade in. Thought that was an interesting story. This one kind of a cute one. This is the world's smallest arcade machine. It's teeny tiny, 0.98 inches tall. It's got the Guinness World Record. 24-year-old electronics enthusiast in India made this, the world's smallest arcade machine. It runs Space Invaders, the old video game. And again, it's 0.98 inches tall. Kiran Patil said he's been fascinated by electronics since he was a kid. And over the years, his interest led him to experiment with multiple microelectronics projects. He said, I built many projects, electronic projects, before involving microcontrollers and displays, but this is the first gaming arcade project I've attempted. Well, success. 0.98 inches tall, 0.6 inches long, 0.59 inches wide. It's got 4 little buttons. It can run an emulated version of the arcade game Space Invaders. He said he first thought about doing this during the pandemic. Built an initial prototype, but it was really rudimentary, and he needed to develop the software for it. And so then in 2025, he said, I decided to revive the idea and take it forward. And Guinness World Records is confirming this is officially the world's smallest arcade machine. So there you go. Teeny, teeny, tiny. When you think of the Tyrannosaurus Rex and the movement that it had, you might think of stomping feet through the jungle, right, or through the landscape, that it would have been thump, thump, thump. This giant animal, slow moving because of its size. But there's some new evidence that suggests that perhaps this creature, Tyrannosaurus Rex, ran on its tiptoes to catch speedy prey. That, and here's the quote, that it was like an 8-ton chicken. It moved more like a bird, is what they say. A new study suggests these giant dinosaurs' locomotion resembled that of modern day birds. They could run on their tiptoes. Imagine how scary that would be, this giant thing coming after you in that way. There's a study published February 25th in the journal Royal Open Society that says these massive creatures may have weighed more than 10 tons and have been the largest land predators on record, but they had to be quick on their feet to catch prey. The previous research suggested their feet hit the ground heel first like humans, but their living relatives, which are birds, run on their tiptoes to reduce contact with the ground and allow for speedy sprints. So now, researchers behind this new study were looking at fossilized footprints left by these dinosaurs, as well as the leg features of 4 T-Rex skeletons found in museums across the United States. And they looked at that data, the footprints and the anatomy, and it helped them mathematically reconstruct the extinct animal's gait. It allowed these researchers to estimate the speed at which they ran or moved, how their feet may have hit the ground. And the analysis hinted that T-Rex probably moved by striking the ground with its toes first in quick strides, which helped it travel fast and stay balanced. That the study shows this iconic Tyrannosaurus Rex was very bird-like in the way that it walked. That it would have been something like an 8-ton chicken clucking about in the barnyard. They also said that T-Rexes of different size would have moved at different speeds. So a young, smaller dinosaur maybe would have run up to 37 feet per second. The adults, which grew to about 40 feet long, would have been a little slower, maybe 20 feet per second. Suggesting perhaps that dinosaurs hunted different prey at various stages of their life. If you're a younger, faster T-Rex, you were able to chase down smaller, speedier animals. The slower adults hunted the larger, more sluggish animals, like other plant-eating dinosaurs. The tiptoes first gait, they say, can be added to the long list of bird traits that have their origins significantly earlier than the origins of flight, along with feathers and wishbones. Interesting. The evolutionary link between the T Rex and modern birds is very clear, and a good reminder that if we want to understand the present, the future, and where we're going, we also have to understand how it all got started. Mm-hmm. Oh, fascinating. You imagine that thing running on its tiptoes? I saw this story out of Santa Cruz and I wanted to show you. This is a property that is for sale. It comes with 2 AM radio stations in Santa Cruz. It is called a Seaside Santa Cruz property, and it is a beautiful property. I mean, I would imagine whoever purchases this will tear down what's there and build an incredible mansion. It's perched right along the Santa Cruz coastline, as you can see. It is on sale for $8.9 million. It's got an acre of ocean view land, 2 fully equipped radio stations, private access to a lagoon that feeds into the Pacific Ocean as well. The owner and seller is Michael Zwirling. He is the longtime owner of 2 AM radio stations, KSCO, Santa Cruz County, right? And KOMY. Both of the stations, all the accoutrements needed to run them, everything comes with this purchase. Zwirling describing the offering as the opportunity to own a Pacific Ocean connected lagoon with 3 well-maintained broadcast towers with unique historic operating heritage radio stations that could and should be a tourist attraction. I don't think whoever buys it is going to care about the radio stations, but maybe. I don't know. It's on the East Cliffs Corcoran Lagoon, walkable to area beaches. In this area, according to Zwirling, Silicon Valley billionaires are buying out the millionaires. Tiny beach bungalows on postage stamp size lots, he says, are going for $5 million cash. So I think this is going to go for a lot more than 8.9 million, but I don't know. So there's the look at the property. Here's a look at more of a look at the lagoon. He says you're buying the lagoon. I don't think you own the lagoon. I mean, clearly you're the only one with access to the lagoon. I don't think you own the lagoon. You own the property overlooking the lagoon. I'll tell you one thing. You see this, I don't know if you can see on the far left of the property, there looks to be some satellites. And then there's like some little outside chairs. I would not be sitting out there close to those satellite dishes. No, thank you. Too much power going on there. But $8.9 million. Wow. And the end of those radio stations as well. What a beautiful view you would have every day. Someone will buy it and put a giant mansion there, and that'll be it. So I saw that story, and I know that it is Travel Tuesday, and I thought, why not take a look at some of the best things to do in Santa Cruz? And I usually don't tout TripAdvisor. I like TripAdvisor, but when I see it, I realize that, maybe they're taking money from places that want to advertise and want to get tourists to come. Like, it might not be a legit list, but they had on TripAdvisor some of the best things to do in Santa Cruz that I had not seen before. So I decided I would share it with you. It's right in our backyard. If you don't live there, you probably live half a day's drive away. I think it's like 3.5 hours from me in the North Bay, closer to folks in the city and on the peninsula. So the first thing to do in Santa Cruz is have tea by the sea. How beautiful is that? Apparently, they will set up a little table for you and you can have tea by the sea. Does that not look fun? I think that looks great. I did not know that was available, but apparently this is something you can do. Under dining experiences, tea by the sea. I'm into it. Look at that. Gorgeous. The second thing you can do, you know what? I'm going to, I want to tell you where you can go and have that done. Have that done, or do that, not have that done. You don't have it done to you, you do it. The Tea by the Sea looks super fun. They have this salty breeze, sunlight enhancing experience, making the sipping of the tea more refreshing. I mean, it's not going to be vanilla tea, but it's still going to be fun. You can check out Tea by the Sea Santa Cruz. There's an Instagram, Tea by the Sea Santa Cruz. It's about, for two adults, it's about $210, $105 per person. That includes the taxes and the booking fee. $105 a person to have your tea by the sea. It still looks fun, even if it's expensive. Next, the whale watching. Look at how fun that looks like. I don't know if you've gone whale watching in Santa Cruz or in the Monterey area. Really, really special thing to do. Just beautiful. Whale watching Monterey Bay. You get a semi-private cruise limited to 6 people. Go out there with family or friends and go check that out. The guests, they say, are in a unique position. One of the 6 comfortable seats on the boat gives you a lot of viewing of the wildlife, and every day is different. On a typical day, they encounter whales, porpoises, dolphins, seals, sea lions, sea otters, other varieties of marine mammals and seabirds, often humpback whales, gray whales, blue whales, sometimes even orcas. So, pretty fun. The price, about $199 per person. So, pretty good. There's a bunch of different vendors you can use. So, but the TripAdvisor, they recommend someone named James. But still, there's a bunch of different ones you could use. Number 3 on the list, a Santa Cruz guided bike tour, e-bike ride. It's a fun e-bike tour. They take you around. You can ride around on your e-bike, which allows you to conserve a little bit of energy. The tour perfect for individuals, couples, and groups. You can see the coastline, the wharf, the beach boardwalk, the downtown tour. Breathtaking sights, scenic and historic, all on this pedal-assisted electric bike. About $110 per adult for the e-bike tour. All right. That's not so bad, right? I don't know. So this is kind of expensive. You could take a beginning surf lesson in Santa Cruz. Look at that. Go out, go surfing, have some fun. The price, about $139 per surfer to go have a 3-hour lesson. They teach you how to paddle out, how to pop up, how to balance, catch a wave. They teach you, most importantly in Santa Cruz, surf etiquette, understanding the ocean. They have you practice on the beach before they take you out into this area with small waves, perfect for beginners, and teach you how to surf. Again, $139 per surfer in Santa Cruz. Next one. This is an audio tour, a smart driving audio tour between San Francisco and Monterey. Let's see what they have to say about the best things to see in California, in our neck of the woods. You connect your smartphone to your vehicle's stereo and listen to this tour guide while you drive between San Francisco and Monterey. They have a suggested route along the Pacific Coast Highway. You start the route between Monterey and San Francisco. They say the tour experience is the same in either direction. The tour highlights include El Granada, Half Moon Bay, San Gregorio, Pescadero Marsh Natural Preserve, Sharkfin Cove, and more. They point out the must-see sites, the state parks, the tourist attractions. They give an historical overview of the area and its original inhabitants. They say that it has no time constraints. You've got freedom to stop anywhere and explore it. The tour guide commentary plays automatically as you drive, no data used during the tour. The audio guide is supposed to keep the group in the car entertained and engaged. Many points of interest. That's fun. I want to do that voiceover. It's $11.99 per group. So if you're just taking a drive and you want to hear the audio tour, see where it sends you, $11.99 per group up to 15. So that could be really fun. Yeah. Next on the list is the Redwood Forest. You can't go to Santa Cruz, and not go to the Redwood Forest, right? So beautiful. Even after the fires that happened in this area, Santa Cruz Harbor one-day trip from San Francisco will take you along coastal beaches and redwood forests. You skip the hassle of a vehicle hire with a full-day sightseeing tour. Let someone else take care of the driving. Enjoy an itinerary that includes Santa Cruz Harbor and Capitola Beach, a ride through the Redwood National Park on a steam train. Gotta love that. It's expensive, $223 per adult. I say, just take your own self down there. You can still go on the steam train even if you don't pay for the expensive tour. Matter of fact, at certain times of the year, you can take that train all the way to the Santa Cruz Beach Boardwalk. So, pretty fun. There's the next one. Is the half-day private beach tour in Santa Cruz. Oh, that's beautiful. Look at that coastline. Here's some of the pictures that other people have shared. Used to fly over this in the KGO jet copter doing traffic on Highway 17. We'd go over and take a look at the boardwalk and the beach. So this involves a $35 per group fee. So that's actually pretty reasonable. They call it a world-class private tour, completely controlled by you. The tour has been written by a local who knows the very best spots of Santa Cruz. They have the very best beach in all of Northern California, the best views, the best food, drinks available. It is completely tailored to you with a certain app that you can get. You can pause the tour, check out the locations as long as you want. So this is the beach tour, kind of like the audio tour, but it's a half-day private beach tour in Santa Cruz, $35 per group, up to 5 people. Pretty fun. Next on the list, go on a scavenger hunt. What? Yeah, it's a Santa Cruz scavenger hunt. That sounds kind of fun. It's a unique, immersive adventure. Unlike other companies, they provide you your very own remote, interactive live host to assist and encourage you through your phone. This is a global custom event design company offering scavenger hunts and other events in more than 300 North American cities, including Santa Cruz. The guests get to discover an alternate reality, the favorite hidden gems off the beaten path, creatively interpret fun art, history, and cultural clues for points. And then you get to enjoy the fame and glory on their company website leaderboard if you're a successful scavenger hunter. $29 per adult to take the Santa Cruz scavenger hunt. Here's another one. This is another e-bike tour. It is a 2-hour guided e-bike tour. They'll take you in smaller groups on this one. And it's $110 per adult. An e-bike tour, perfect for an adult group to experience a 2-hour ride through Santa Cruz's majestic coastline, the wharf, the beach boardwalk, the historic downtown. So there's many different ways to see that. And check this out. This is the Introduction to Wilderness Survival Clinic in Santa Cruz. Here's another one I thought was kind of interesting. Didn't know this was right in our backyard. This is a 5-hour wilderness survival skills class. You take it in the redwood forests in Santa Cruz. It's an expert instructor guide who will cover things like starting a fire by friction, creating a shelter, identifying edible plants, finding and preparing food in the wilderness. Without the tools of the modern world, they say, you'll build a useful skills for wilderness settings and hear about age-old skills used by the native peoples of California. Build your confidence, expand your knowledge base during this fun and fascinating wilderness class. The age from 12 to 99. It's not cheap, $145 per adult. It would seem like such a bargain if you ended up lost in the wilderness needing all these skills, though, I'll tell you that. Or maybe if you were going on Survivor and you needed to know how to make fire, you needed a fire making class. Look at them starting the fires. Yeah, learn how to survive on your own. Next one is taking a tour of the UC Santa Cruz campus. It's a personalized self-guided tour that is done through an app. You get to see the redwood forests on the campus, scenic landscapes of UC Santa Cruz. It's all done during this private walking tour. You can check out this university. This expert guide on the app will lead you on an adventure like no other, they say. Walk in the shadows of towering redwoods, explore peaceful meadows, and breathe in the crisp, invigorating mountain air. Discover hidden spots and secret viewpoints that only the locals know about. Whether you're a prospective student, an alumni longing for a nostalgic trip down memory lane, or simply a spirited explorer, the tour will leave you awe-inspired with a deeper connection to the delightful spirit of UC Santa Cruz. Go banana slugs. So there you go. $5 a group because it's done through an app. Up to 15 people. That might be kind of fun. Here's another one. This is also on the list. This is the Santa Cruz Beach Hill to Mission Hill Loop via downtown. It is one of the cultural tours that you can do. You can go from exploring the beachside roots of the local surf culture to checking out the lively streets of downtown Santa Cruz. Look at the history and architecture of Mission Hill. The local guide shares many fascinating stories, and a little known facts about Santa Cruz as well. They say it's a comfortable pace. There are some stairs involved, but no special equipment is needed. And if you don't do stairs, they can take you in an alternate area to avoid those stairs. $45 per adult to take this tour through Santa Cruz. I'm impressed. They have a lot more going on there than I thought for tourists. Santa Cruz to Santa Cruz, San Francisco to Santa Cruz Day. Redwoods and beach fun from $100 per adult on this one. It is another venture, a day filled with nature and seaside excitement. They take you to Henry Cowell Redwood State Park to stroll amongst the towering redwoods, stop in Santa Cruz, check out the boardwalk, go to the beach, hang out. This is a maximum of 6 people are allowed, $100 per adult. Number 14 on the list, we are back to another scavenger hunt walking activity. How about this one, though? The next one on the list. Oh, what is this? This is a great white sharks topside in Monterey Bay. They're looking for sharks. It's private and semi-private encounters with wildlife, emphasizing intimate experiences. During the trip, they will look for great white sharks. They often, though, encounter whales, porpoises, dolphins, seals, sea lions, sea otters, and sometimes orca as well. It's a shark boat tour. I don't know if I want to go looking for sharks. You could have a mermaid experience in Santa Cruz, and they'll do a photo shoot after they mermaid you out. Put you on the sand, get your family photo taken as a mermaid. Why not? Become the merman or the mermaid that you've always dreamed about. Transform yourself into a whimsical sea creature. They have more than 50 swimmable tails for toddlers through adults and accessories. And then they have a photo shoot they'll do with you. They say you could take it at the beach, a pool, home, hotel, swim club, vacation rental, what have you. It's perfect for bridal parties or birthday parties. $220 per person to become a mermaid for a day. I don't know. How about this one? This is Capitola watercolor journaling experience. That could be kind of fun, right? Yeah. This is a learning of the tips and tricks of watercolor journaling. They teach it right on Capitola Beach. You can see the houses of Capitola in the background there. It's known for beauty and vibrancy and color. The class taught by a professional artist and teacher, specifically designed for vacation travelers. You'll learn about the essential supplies you need to have a small portable art studio that you can take with you anywhere you go, whether you're a beginner or an experienced artist. It's not cheap, $297 per adult, but it does sound fun. I'll give this artist that. It sounds really fun. More surf lessons, California self-guided tour they've got going on, more e-bike tours, so much to do. So many fun day trips and things to do. Private Big Sur tour as well. Yeah. So we're now down the coast a little bit. But who knew you could have tea by the ocean, go on an e-bike tour, special redwood forest tour, scavenger hunt, learn to paint for a mint, but still pretty fun. As Travel Tuesday right in our own backyard in the Santa Cruz area. All right. I hope you had fun traveling a little bit. Hope it took your mind off some of the more serious things in the world right now. Ms. Organic says, yeah, that UCSC Arboretum in spring is beautiful. Lovely place for a picnic. Gordon says his wife would like the watercoloring. That might be a really fun excursion if you're celebrating an anniversary or something big. You can fork out the cash for that. Yeah. Kim, don't do the overpriced tea. Go to Shadowbrook instead. Ooh, I love Shadowbrook. It's an amazing restaurant and spa in Santa Cruz. Yvonne, never seen a shark, but lots of sightings were reported in Rio del Mar when we vacationed in April. The above photos are chilling. Yeah. Capitola is really nice, says Gordon. Yes, it is. Ms. Organic says, we did the VW show at the Capitola Beach the last 2 years. Awesome. Well, maybe you have some extra ideas since you're going to be down there now. You can go have your beach tea and do your thing, right? Blue Spark says the highlight of the tour, you might actually get eaten by a shark. No one in this after party live community is allowed to get eaten by a shark. Yvonne says, I lived last summer in a tiny house 10 minutes from UCSC, small grape farmers market on Thursdays. Yeah, it's a really beautiful area. Wonderful. Oh, talking about hikes in Santa Cruz and good memories. Wonderful. Yeah. I'm looking at the chat, trying to keep up with all you guys. Santa Cruz sounds like paradise. I did live there for about 3 years. I lived with my dad and stepmom while I went to high school and loved it. Used to do my homework on the beach. Really, really a lot of good memories there. Yeah, Susan says, lots of fun ideas in Santa Cruz. Thank you. Thank you. And thanks for the picture of the really cool moon that you sent in. I love it. Here's Susan's moon. Right from Santa Rosa. Super awesome. All right, you guys, going to be a really good show on the Mark Thompson Show tomorrow. Features John Rothman. Of course, we'll continue covering Iran and the latest goings on there. And I will meet you right back here on YouTube. Thank you for all the contributions. Thank you for the emails and to Susan, especially for the video of and the picture of love that. But until we meet again, make it the very best rest of your day. Thanks, everybody. Bye-bye.
The After Party Live would like to thank the following contributors and viewers like you.
please click like and subscribe. Sandy reminded me.